Hey guys, it's Corey, and welcome back to another buying guide with 10 best ones. Today, we'll talk about which are the 5 best picks, how to choose the correct product, and what you should look at before buying. We've ranked these products based on their price, quality, durability, performance, and more. If you'd like to see their price and find out more information, you can check out the links in the description down below. To make it easier, we will include timestamps in the description as well. Let's get started. Before looking at our best picks for today's video, I want to discuss what you should look at before buying.
The most important factor you need to be careful about when buying any kind of camera, and not just a 4K model, is the sensor of the camera. There are a lot of things to consider about the sensor of your camera, but most importantly, its size. The size of your sensor will tell you how much light it can capture at any given time. This will affect the video and photography performance of your camera significantly. In addition to the size, you need to check out the megapixels of your sensor, which will give you plenty of versatility and always is a good thing. Secondly, ergonomics. For every camera, especially if you're considering shooting videos with it more often than not, I would recommend you get a camera with great ergonomics. When I'm talking about ergonomics of a camera, I mean you should check out the size, weight, control, and the overall shape of the camera. The most important thing is the weight, actually, and the ergonomic shape and features. The ergonomic features include the hand grip, the shape and the depth of it, and also the location of controls and their accessibility, which will make the camera much easier to use and more comfortable to hold in your hands for a longer time. And thirdly, budget. Your budget is always a very important factor when it comes to buying a camera. This is because there's a wide versatility of cameras available out there, coming in different price points. The more you invest in a camera, the better the performance, naturally. However, you should always shop for value-based items that give more for a lower price. For the budget range, I generally suggest opting for an older camera from a trusted manufacturer, which is easier said than done for 4K cameras. But then again, it's not something that's impossible, and with a bit of a search, you can find yourself one without a doubt.
We are going to start this list with the best budget option that you can get your hands on.
We're going to kick off this list with a budget 4K camera, like always, but a pretty good one indeed, the Panasonic Lumix GX85. This is an exceptional camera that provides a great set of features in its mirrorless body. For starters, besides its 4K video capability, it has a superb autofocus system, ergonomic body, 5-axis image stabilization features, Wi-Fi connectivity, speedy performance, and so much more. Let's take a look at this beast. The Panasonic Lumix GX85 is a pretty small camera, measuring just 2.8 by 4.8 by 1.7 inches in total, and weighs about 15 ounces, with a battery and memory card included. It has a classic all-black body with some retro vintage shaping, giving it a pretty interesting vibe. Definitely one of the better designed cameras of the budget range. In that small body, you get a pop-up flash and some interesting controls that are quite attractive overall. The hand grip is pretty adequate for its size, but not the largest one out there. The camera has a great electronic viewfinder that's quite accurate in terms of resolution and colour. It has a 3-inch LCD panel that's tiltable. The panel has a resolution of 1040p dots and is touch sensitive for you to select a few settings more easily. Wi-Fi connectivity is also perfect overall, and it works wonders. The Panasonic Lumix GX85 is packed with an interesting 49-point contrast detect autofocus system that makes good use of the company's depth from defocus technology that's rather smooth and very attractive overall. It tracks fast-moving subjects quite easily, and it works well for your videos, which is the main point of this camera. The 5-axis image stabilization features are also amazing, and I think that anyone will be impressed with this one. The 16-megapixel full-third CMOS sensor is great as well, and the 4K video at 30 frames per second is wonderful for the price.
If you are someone that travels often, then this model would be perfect for you. It's one of the best picks for traveling.
Moving on with our list, we have one of my favourite cameras out there that's also a perfect choice for frequent travellers and those on the move, the Sony Alpha A6500. This is one of the best value-based mirrorless cameras out there, and it's also pretty versatile, allowing you to work in different scenarios without any problem. It's a great 4K video camera with superb autofocus, image stabilization, and a nice sensor that'll allow you to shoot some excellent photographs. The Sony Alpha A6500 has a large resemblance to its predecessor, which is also very compact and lightweight. This one weighs just £1 and measures about 4.7 by 2.6 by 2.1 inches in total, and despite that it has a premium build that's the result of the construction made of magnesium and some hardened plastic that's extra durable and attractive at the same time. I should note that the hand grip is rather deep for its slim and lightweight body, allowing you to get a very secure, nice grip. The controls are very accessible and easily selected without much search. In addition to all this, the Sony Alpha A6500 has a 3-inch vari-angled touchscreen display that's very responsive and presents you with some interesting functions. This beast is packed with a super fast and responsive autofocus system that's a result of the 425-point phase detect and 169-point contrast detect system that speeds up everything, as I tested it in various scenarios and it didn't lag behind in any of them. It has a burst shooting speed of about 11 frames per second, and combined with its 107-shot RAW file buffer, you can shoot continuously without missing a single frame. The Sony Alpha A6500 is based around a 24.2 megapixel APS-C-sized Exmor CMOS sensor that produces a great photography performance. This is also helped by the amazing colour reproduction and sharpness from the image processing engine. The ISO range is pretty solid as well, spanning from 100 to 25,600, and together with its 4K footage capturing at 30 frames per second with full autofocus, you'll be pleased with this one.
If you're looking for a compact model, then this next option is what you're looking for.
The third entry in our list is a pretty much dedicated video camera that can record excellent videos even for filmmakers, the Blackmagic Design Pocket. This camera is amazing overall, and it's pretty compact, making it rather attractive, with a lot of connectivity ports, 4K video, superb screen, interesting design that's rather intuitive, and so many more features that'll impress even an experienced filmmaker. The design of this camera is very interesting, not anything you've seen in the last 20 years or so. I should mention that it's built for functionality rather than aesthetics, as it rocks a polycarbonate and fiberglass body that has a quality feeling and keeps the weight down low. While we're at it, I should state that the weight is 1.53 pounds and measures 7 inches wide overall. On the back of it, you'll spot a rather large 5-inch LCD touchscreen that's very attractive, especially if you'll be shooting a lot of content. The buttons and controls of the device are very cleverly placed around the body, however, you'll take a while to get used to it if you haven't used such a camera. I should note that the connectivity is impressive, as it has HDMI port, mini XLR, 3.5mm stereo, a 3.5mm headphone jack and a USB-C port that's very useful overall. On top of that, there are 2 card slots. The camera tells you from its name that it can shoot amazing cinema quality video at 4K resolution. However, the best feature in my opinion is the dual native ISO system. These 2 ISOs are designed to keep the noise at a minimum and provide a superior low light performance. It's equipped with a micro 4/3 sensor that's capable of recording 4K, 4:2:2 10-bit video at 30 frames per second that works well for most cases.
Before we talk about the best model overall, let's look at the runner-up for this list.
The runner-up on this list is a Panasonic model again, the Lumix GA85, which is one of the most impressive cameras out there, especially for the price it comes at. In my opinion, it's a value-based model and it's a solid option for those that want 4K footage, strong autofocus performance, vari-angled touchscreen display, electronic viewfinder and so much more in a single body. Let's take a look. In my opinion, the biggest advantage of the Panasonic Lumix G85 over its competition is its excellent design and aesthetics that's a bit more angular and sharp compared to other options. But it's still pretty compact, measuring 2.9 by 5 by 3.5 inches in total. This also weighs about 1.11 pounds without the battery and SD card, which is decent as well. While it is a mirrorless camera, it has a DSLR-based design that comes with a deep hand grip that's extremely balanced and attractive overall. I should note that the build quality is great overall, due to the magnesium front plate and splash and dust-proof body that's very useful everywhere. The Panasonic Lumix G85 is packed with some high-end features such as the light-speed autofocus system that passes plenty of speed from the depth from defocus tech that we talked about on the other Panasonic model. It has a good battery life as well, for a mirrorless model that's averaging about 330 shots before needing a recharge, and for that reason I'd recommend you buy some extra batteries to have them just in case. This camera is based around a 4/3 size 16 megapixel CMOS sensor that allows an amazing image quality thanks to the lack of low pass filter. The ISO range is rather good as well, and it spans from 100 to 25,600, which is pretty good overall. However, the main selling point of this camera is that it can record amazing 4K footage at 30 and 24 frames per second, and it delivers that with amazing focus as well. For the price that it comes at, I think that this is a bargain.
Finally, the next model is the best overall. From us, it gets a perfect score in all categories.
The best 4K camera in the market comes once again from Panasonic with the Lumix GH5. This camera is truly amazing and it's been a fan favourite for a long time now, and has also been the first-hand choice for many beginner videographers. It has a great video shooting of 4K at 4000 megabits per second, great in-body stabilisation, and very versatile overall as it can be used for photography as well. If you have a bit more of a relaxed budget, this one might be a dream come true for you. This mirrorless beast has a matte black finish on its rather compact body that measures about 3.9 by 5.5 by 3.4 inches in total, but it weighs a substantial 1.6 pounds in total. However, its ergonomic body nullifies the effect of the weight, the deep hand grip makes it very comfortable and easy to hold, the magnesium alloy chassis is textured to make it feel premium and be durable at the same time. I should note that the Panasonic Lumix GH5 is crash tested to deliver you a long-lasting life, which is amazing overall. Without forgetting, I should note that the controls of the camera are very intuitive and easy to learn. It also has a 3-inch large touchscreen LCD on the back that's pretty responsive, as if it was a smartphone display. It's very easy to navigate on through the menus, and the Touch AF feature is very easy to use actually. The various angle screen swivels and swings to provide you the versatility and ease of use that you need. It also brings plenty of detail as well, with a sharpness and detail thanks to the 1620K dot resolution. Like I said, it is a bit pricey, but if you're serious about videography, it's still pretty cheap, as it can shoot footage at 6K resolution with the 4:3 aspect ratio, or 4K with a 16:9 aspect or 2:1 aspect ratio. The best video quality I've ever seen in this kind of camera. Besides 4K videos, you can shoot some excellent short films with this one. To conclude, I'd like to say that the Panasonic Lumix DC GH5 is definitely the best 4K camera, and if you can afford its premium price, it claims to be the best camera you'll buy. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.